It wears a Mini badge, but when it comes to its overall dimensions, engine output and price tag, well, it's not really very Mini at all.
Indeed, the JCW Countryman is the biggest Mini ever and also the most powerful. But is it potent enough to wear the infamous John Cooper Works badge? And should you drop $70,000 on it? Let's find out.
The Countryman may officially be a small SUV, but compared to the original Mini, it's truly massive. And this top-shelf JCW version is monstrously powerful in comparison as well.
It's also way more expensive, but considering you could buy the classic Mini for just 497 British quid, brand new, back in the late 50s, it's kind of a moot point.
This upgraded version is both cheaper and more expensive than the $66,000 model it replaces because it comes in 3 trim levels. We're evaluating the most expensive signature model.
An aggressive 2-litre turbo petrol 4-banger lurks under here, pumping out 225 kilowatts or around 300 horsepower. Now that's a lot of mumbo, but it's disappointing there's no power upgrade for this facelift.
And while the JCW gets better brakes, stiffer suspension, bigger wheels and wider tyres to increase grip levels over the regular Countryman, there are no new mechanical changes for the 2021 model.
So what is new with this machine? Well, you get these fresh adaptive LED headlights.
What does that mean? Well, they're very bright and they can adjust vertically and horizontally to illuminate round corners and compensate for different load levels. The quirky frogmouth grille has been replaced with this sportier, less controversial design, and a new colour, this one, sage green, is now available. The pumped wheel arches return with sporty 19-inch rims, but this top-shelf model gets a black pack which replaces a lot of its predecessor's chrome. We're talking black door handles, side mirrors, rear badges, you name it.
Speaking of the back end, eagle-eyed Mini fans will note the Union Jack graphics in the new LED taillights. Personally, I really like them, but I also know a lot of people who find them tacky.
Oh, and the JCW Sports exhaust system gets bigger 90mm outlets now.
While we're here, let's have a look in the boot. Powered tailgate, I like that. And there is nothing Mini about this. Plenty of room for all your gear. And I really like this hidden compartment too. It's deep and the shelf locks into place as well. However, there is no spare tyre. This vehicle uses run flats.
There are some meaningful changes in the cabin, starting with this new digital instrument panel.
There are also 4 colour options for this striped dashboard inlay, a twin glass roof, and the central touchscreen now has haptic touch buttons as well. Cool.
It looks great, has really clear and sharp visuals, and features wireless Apple CarPlay. The only problem is there's no Android Auto, wireless or otherwise. Mini says this will be remedied soon. I really hope so. The rest of the cabin remains unchanged, but you still get 2 USB ports, a wireless phone charger that will fit most sized phones, and an average level of incidental storage cubbies. Oh, and the leather seats are really supportive, have a premium feel, and come with power adjustability. Even the back seats are actually pretty roomy, with decent leg and headroom. Plus, you've got air vents and 2 USB-C ports.
All right, enough beating around the bush. Cue the music.
Like all JCW models, this is raw. Fast, loud, and stiffer than a titanium conrod, this is not designed for comfort. If that's what you want, get a Toyota RAV4. But on the right road, this hot all-wheel drive wagon really comes alive. The super direct steering and grippy Goodyear Eagle F1 tyres give the Mini loads of confidence tipping into corners. While the brakes are touchy and overly sensitive in traffic, they are tremendously effective when you're flogging the bejesus out of the car. This is good. This is very, very good. There's something undeniably satisfying about the way the car accelerates as well. Throttle response is razor sharp. It is seriously impressive, and it's backed up by that awesome exhaust note that really draws you into the drive experience. The conventional 8-speed auto is really slick as well. At times it almost feels like a dual clutch gearbox, such are the speed of the shifts. But if I was to aim one major criticism at this car, it would be the noise. There's a lot of wind noise from the A-pillars, there's a lot of noise from the run flat tyres, and I think if you're driving it every day, this is going to get old pretty quick. And while this SUV isn't as bonkers as the MINI GP, it can go places its nutcase cousin can only dream of. Although I wouldn't call this a road legal rally car, it sure knows how to dance on the dirt, and it is quite a lot of fun throwing it around these gravel corners. And I've got to say that 165mm of ground clearance means it can go places a lot of other Minis will never dream of. Look, this is no Land Cruiser, but if you get the base model pure version, it comes with smaller 18-inch alloy wheels, wearing tyres that are slightly more suited to gravel roads. And I reckon this machine is just wild enough to wear the infamous JCW badge, and Mini fans will find value here. But $70,000 is a lot of money for a compact SUV. Luckily, there's a 60 grand version, and that's where I'd be looking. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. You can check out more videos here and here, or on the Car Sales YouTube channel. And if you want all the news up to date when we're publishing new stuff, don't forget to subscribe.